YouTube. Hi guys, hi everyone, Canadian Pyro, hi, you're first on YouTube. Live stream has just been starting, blah blah blah, live stream with Captain Denys. As usual. For Kartoffeln, hi. We'll see the tomahawks flow over today's comments. Really? Need to close the door. Hi, Meow Me. Hi. How you doing? Still kind of fat. I need to lose the weight down to 95, so 10 kilograms to go. Today my weight was 95. And it's nice. I like how I starting to look. It's good. I like to be thinner than I used to be. As for the news, guys, nothing new, as far as I understand. Yes, the world pot man goat few decades, yeah. Monday, yeah, it's Monday was, now it's Tuesday, I guess. You are old, yeah, maybe. Been watching since near the start of the war. Oh, thank you. Hi, Dark Holy. Robert Belson, hi. All you need is a good idea to make your life, Yeah. Okay, Trump says the Democrats have shut down the United States government right in the midst of the most successful economies, including a record stock market that our country has ever had. No way. Oh, das bastards. Democrats. Democrats from the word demon. Oh, I better wear something because somehow it's cold. This jacket is nice. I bought it especially for this channel. I just like it. This has sadly affected so many programs, services, and other elements of society. Jesus. Americans relied on those elements, and should not have happened. I'm happy to work with the Democrats on their failed healthcare policies or anything else, but first they must allow our government to reopen. In fact, they should open our government tonight. Tonight. Coming on tonight. Dennis, did you notice after you're eating long or rely long and then doing it, the effect of brain feels very strange than being even drunk a little? That's what I noticed. No, I didn't notice anything. So sort of maybe different, like different bodies, different everything. For every people, it's different. Like I'm not fasting or something. I just eat less. Dennis, why aren't you sleeping? Nina, hi Nina. I don't want to, honestly. And my goal is to stream every day, so I need to fulfill it. Have you ever been to UK? Yeah, Derek's been a while. Well, at first I've flown as a pilot to Gatwick many of the times, and once I've flown to Gatwick, then to Southampton I went for the interview. That's the only times I was in the United Kingdom. But I like UK, you know, after all, it's good country, great heritage, ex-empire. But I also like English, how it sounds, how it, like, I like English. It's my favorite language after Russian. Nice jacket. Yeah, Mao, thanks. Russian because it's my mother language. So it's closer to me after all, to my brain. I think in Russian. Oh, breaking. Ukraine launches another major drone swarm attacking against central Russia. Some of the suicide drones are already approaching the Moscow region. Oh, it's gonna be a bright night in Moscow. Bright, warm night. Have you heard about new Epstein turn? This is crazy. We're gonna speak about it later. Now I want to check what is happening in Russia. We have, okay, there are some of the strikes on Russian facilities. Let me show you. This is Staria's call. Maybe I'm gonna turn on the volume. Oh, some kaboom. Really? Wow. Happens. After all, special military operation goes according to plan. Could be even some residential buildings. Yeah, well, might happen. In Ukraine it happens every day, so why not in Russia, right? Belgorod. Oh, I guess it was too loud. I'm sorry for the sound. In my earphones it was really too loud. I didn't expect that. Just checking how Russians feel there with their special military operation. Staria's call. Oh, definitely. Someone jogging at night. Yeah, it's good to lose some weight. Yeah, Staria's call. They blurred the video. They published, then blurred. Okay. So we have lots of the information. Oh, this is the Lazar's group officially published the information or video information of the Ukrainian military intelligence operation, which was conducted on 1st and 2nd July this year. On some of the platforms. Well, we'll see. Maybe some of the drones. Let's watch it. Maybe I'm gonna remove audio to avoid the copyright strikes. So our guys put so I'm gonna film the next video update. I'm gonna say about it. You're the first to watch it, yeah, on my streams. So you see big drones are flying actually there. I thought that those are the airplane type of the drones, but no, those are Baba Yaga type of the drones. Okay, now we have the camera, and there's the plates of the Russian RLS, Neba M, so antenna, yeah, a radar, which they use. And one more military base with those antennas. So, whoop, similar to spider web. And drones are flying. Yeah, this is the Western. This is the radar itself. They're looking for it. Yeah, some Russian base. Yeah, it's stored. Yeah, you see in stored condition, and it's like Baba Yaga drone. Yeah, it fires drops. Presents. Boom, boom, kaboom, and it's enough to to put this vehicle on a very long maintenance. And this is one more radar or something, or control center. Yeah, Nebo M radar. This is the deployed. It could be deployed with this huge antenna, but in the stored variant is smaller for transportation. And one more Nebo M. Yeah, Russians are using lots of the antennas. And what is that? Oh, the aircraft was spotted. Maybe. Or what? And it's the end of the video. That's the end of the video. Yep. Interessant. Looks really good. Johnny, greetings. Thank you for visiting us today on Twitch. Welcome to Twitch. Baba Yaga. Yeah, from Kartoffen. That's Baba Yaga. Captain, in one of the videos you say that you are originally from Crimea. Please tell me, were you born in Simferopol? No, in Sevastopol. What's the little b in Russian text? They're not spoken. Little b? Ah! Мягкий знак. It is used to soften the letter. Помягче звук. Soften the letter. So without this letter, for example, the letter bukvar would sound bukvar. So you put this at the end for it to sound like bukvar. Тетрадь. Without this letter at the end, it would be тетрад. So basically like that. In Ukrainian, there are also lots of those letters. Just to soften mark, if you translate how it doesn't have the name, like it just soften. Love you too, overdriving. Love you too. Thank you, Johnny, for watching videos on YouTube. Thanks for joining Twitch as well. And then it's just watching the Kabun update of your spy drone. With our spy drone, yeah. Thanks. You could teach in linguistics, Denys. No, not even close. But you know, I always studied kind of well with foreign languages. With English, my marks were more or less okay. With the Russian language also, they were okay. I watch your other video, glad you're not in the Ukraine front lines. LOL, hope somehow peace can be found. I hate this war. Yeah. You know, actually, I filmed that video like it, not as a joke, but as a ruffle, you know, because I got sometimes comments saying I'm draft dodger or something. So I decided, okay, Denys draft dodger, deserter, coward, you know, like saying the same stuff. And somehow this video became kind of popular on this channel, on Trash channel. It's crazy. It's now the most popular video. You see how many views we have here. Let's zoom in. 125,000. That's crazy. And it's just for a couple of days, you see. Maybe I also need to put like grifter or something. And yeah, put the likes as usual. So many comments, like even on my main channel I do not have that many comments, like 2,000 comments. Come on. On my usual channel there are less usually. I watched yeah. Just blah 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 video and I'm surprised. And I like to film something, you know, on this channel. I like to go outside for filming. It's nice. I think that some of the haters could be disappointed because they thought that someone filmed a video about me. But no, it's me filming video about me. That's funny. It's like a ruffle. I'm ruffling also about them, those people who say like that to me. But partially I agree with them, yeah. After all, I left Ukraine and not fighting. I think that's your only video I haven't watched. You good to go to watch it, but later after the stream. This are like your recent videos about your personal thoughts, how you had the favorite idea of Putin before. Favorable. Yeah, it's like I associated myself like with this, community, big Belarus, Russian, Ukrainian community. But it appears that later on I start to understand, I start to speak with people that it's not like that. We have different histories and so on. Because after all, yeah, I was born in Ukraine, but all my childhood I spent not in Ukraine. So that's the thing, maybe. So I changed my thoughts later on. I would say fully in university. So, yeah. I was influenced by my parents who grown up in this Soviet Union, They were influenced by their parents and so on. So it was the global brainwash, Americans are our enemies or something. Do you have any other hobbies than your channels? Yeah, I like motorcycles. Yeah, but I don't have the time. I would say this season I rode my bike just few of the times, maybe 2-3 maximum. And I'm thinking to selling it because I don't use it. Maybe I should film some motovlogs, but they are not in the format I want to film. I understand that it's not like motovlogs. I only may film if I go somewhere for a far distance. Like, for example, Ichibut's channel. There's the lady, what's her name? I tend to forget her name. It's not an easy one. And it sounds strange. Leo... Well, it doesn't matter. Well, she goes all around the world on motorcycle, and it's very interesting to watch it, how she encounters some difficult situations, how she deals with different people, good people, bad people. So that kind of the motovlog is interesting. And for me, just to ride here around, I think it's not interesting. So I prefer just to put the camera and film, and I really enjoy my camera. Today I tried different lens. Maybe it blurs too much. Maybe I should play with the settings. But in general, the quality is good. How much time Rus DCA will have enough fuel? Russia will have enough fuel for their army. They will have enough fuel for their army. I'm sure about it. So they will cut everything else just to supply their armies. They'll always have enough for army, especially for army. That's the main goal of Russia. They have their huge military budget for the next 3 years in planning perspective. They already published it. They will increase budget by several times. Not by several times, several trillion rubles. And also, what else? Yeah, they all have their partners in China, in Belarus, in some Asian countries. So they may send, for example, their oil to India and receive processed fuel from their own oil, and they will pay for it. So Putin will do everything for Russian army to continue to receive fuel. Ozzy, hi. Is it morning for you? I think it is. Latest videos are super interesting, and also you blew my mind by saying that people in Crimea may have actually voted to go with Russia. Yeah, like if you speak with someone from Crimea, you understand. Like no one who used to live in Crimea, whether he or she supported Ukraine or Russia, would tell you that people didn't vote for joining Russia. No, it definitely happened. The other thing that the referendum was illegal. it is illegal according to Ukrainian constitution to make those kind of the referendums at all, relative to the territorial integrity. Okay, and all kind of the referendums could not be conducted in some particular place in Ukraine, oblast or autonomous republic or of Crimea. All referendums in Ukraine as a law should be conducted in entire country. That's the law, constitution. So this law, like referendum, was a circus, really. Crimean Tatars, they didn't support it, but ethnical Russians, or partially ethnical Russians, or people who think they're Russians, they definitely support it. It happened because of the several decades of the brainwash from Russia. Russia has their influence in Crimea, like huge influence. But now, I would doubt the outcome of this referendum, because Russia did absolutely terrible stuff there in Crimea, taking out businesses, peering in some, yes, there's the crime rate increase, financial instability, lack of everything. So yeah, people are dissatisfied with their choice, and I know it personally because I know some people who live there still. Hi Ben, can you make German part 2 video, Denys? No, it was too much. In UK time 12:23. Yeah, it's kind of late. Good evening, Denys. Greetings from Sweden. Once again, just finished watching your update. I was laughing my ass. That drone footage that was landed on the system, and then yeah. And the Russians with the phone like dancing around, and the guy with the branch, tries to do something with it. Like, what if it kaboomed? Because it's not just about the drone, yeah? It's about those 2 missiles nearby. Usually they explode with this firework, those air defense, the rocket fuel. You probably already know how it burns. Looks like the phosphorus shell or something. Like salute, yeah? Big firework. And they try to trigger the drone with the branch, like, what the hell are you doing? And then they start to run away. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was really fun to watch. Your update is so good. Yeah, thank you, Ben. Thank you for watching. We didn't see the aftermath from that explosion yet. No, there is not published. It was like comment that there was the kaboom of the system, but without a real evidence of the kaboom itself. Yeah, thank you, Dylan. Thank you. I tried to do something on this channel, but yeah, it takes some time. Every morning I wake up with so many ideas, and after all, I start to be busy, some shopping, grocery store, yeah, some ideas, some researches, and I cannot fulfill everything I want to reach for the day. I should have filmed like more videos on my Ukrainian update channel, on this channel, stream more. Yeah, just do not have enough time. Do you go rock metal festivals? Never been on the rock festivals outside Ukraine, of course. In Ukraine, I've been, yeah. Outside Ukraine, no. I know there are some of the festivals, but again, I'm telling you, I cannot leave my cave, which is my studio. I work 20. I sleep, eat, and work. Yeah, now with the camera, I can go somewhere outside just to film the video, and it's excuse for me to go outside to film video. Before, I stayed just in my room, and it was happening for months and months. Yeah, I tried to fly glider this year. I went to France, but I was so depressed. I hadn't got any sort of the joy of flying. Like, it was like a torture, I would say, even for me to fly. I don't know why, but it happened for the first time like that. Now my mood is way, way better. Like my depression is gone. Probably it was connected to my, like, some of the internal issues and my general physics. I try to eat down my depression. I already told you in one of my videos about the weight loss. I wish I had like 5% of your productivity. No, I'm not so productive. How are you and your family? You look great and full of energy, don't you? Yeah, we are good. We are all good. Check out the band from Odessa, the new rock music. Okay, what kind of band? Denys is limited to the backgrounds. Yeah, maybe there should be AI Denys, working 24 hours 7, yeah, producing video. Maybe we're all gonna get to this point. And I thought, maybe drivers gonna lose jobs first, maybe delivery people who work in those warehouses, they're gonna lose their jobs because of the AI and robot technologies. But I see that first victims of AI could be YouTubers and bloggers. That's crazy. I wonder why those videos with AI, they actually have views, because it's crazy. I didn't think that people would watch not genuine content like AI, but for them it's fun, they watch. And Meta even, or not Meta, this open AI, they want to create, or they created it already, the social media with just AI generated videos. It's crazy. 8Kali8, hi, welcome to Twitch. Yeah, thank you so much, 8Kali8. AI is interesting. Internet person, hi. I'm pro-Russian, but I have a lot of respect for you, Denys, and sub-boss for your channels. Thank you, Gabriel. Internet person, hi, Hawk, hi. Like, let's say, respect your enemy, yeah? The only enemy I respected, more or less, is Prigozhin. Oh my god, we have a new loop in conversation with that's the Epstein case, guys. I think here I should rise up the volume.
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back, and they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're...
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell is probably will ask or asking or going to ask Donny for pardon.
I haven't heard the name in so long.
I haven't heard the name for so long. Yeah. We believe you, Donny. Of course. There was the special meeting, secret meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell. And he didn't know about it, yeah. Some Trump's people met with her. And he says he haven't heard its name for long. They were negotiating something.
I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what?
She wanted to appeal for conviction. Bubba Smith, hi, welcome to Thanks.
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it.
I'll take a... He doesn't say no. And she was involved in a child trafficking. Probably the worst crime that could ever been, like, especially for minors, yeah, including minors. She's convicted criminal who is serving her term in prison. But he is not saying no.
I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider. I don't know anything about it. So, but I'll speak. I will speak to the DOJ.
Why would she be a candidate for clemency, sir?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to speak to the
Jesus Christ.
DOJ. I'll look at it. I have a lot of people who've asked me for pardons.
Yeah, there are lots of the people who want pardon, yeah, including child traffickers. Oh my God.
I call him Puff Daddy. Has asked me for a pardon.
But she was convicted of child sex trafficking.
She is convicted child sex trafficking. Yes, Donny. And what he would answer on that, like journalists already say, like she's convinced child trafficking. What are you looking for, Donny? What you say you would look for? Like, isn't it evident that she should not be pardoned?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I have to ask DOJ. I didn't know they rejected it. I didn't know she was even asking for it, frankly.
Something with audio here. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Trump isn't ruling out pardoning convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. I haven't heard the name in so long. I can't say this. I have to take a look at it. I will speak to DOJ. Department of Justice, DOJ. She abused the girls also, yeah. Was she convicted for it too? Like prosecuted fully? Yeah, this is disgusting, really. Maybe I should film a separate video about it again, because Epstein scandal, you know, it continues. I wonder if our guys, they filmed something about it. I mean, our guys, people who monitor Void Zillow. Maybe he already filmed something. No. His last video was about AI. Someone should go to jail for this. Really? 9 minutes?
Image generation model created by OpenAI, because we are beyond cooked, and I want to talk about two things. But first,
beyond cooked.
someone should go to jail for this, is my main point of this video. This is a body cam footage of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Captain, keep your hands on the wheel. You almost wiped out 3 cars back there. Put it in park now.
Why someone should go to jail for this? What's wrong with this AI video?
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Don't move. Door's locked. Unlock it right now. I can't get a ticket. Hey, stop the car.
Now, I gotta be honest, the first time I saw this video, I was pretty amused. But the most shocking thing is just how much they got the voice, the whole character of SpongeBob SquarePants. They've obviously trained on a bunch of copyrighted data. Like, we're used to these companies spitting in the face of copyright, but usually they at least try to prevent you from generating this kind of material because of the potential legal liability of someone suing them for copyrighted content. There's been a ton of this body cam footage created about, you know, Pikachu. There's one of Rick and Morty. And, you know, one thing I want to point out is just, you know, yes, okay, people are going to say, yes, I can tell that it's AI generated. But again, more and more, you can't. More and more, it's getting closer to the real thing and is going to be replacing the actual copyrighted work's value. Like in this clip, someone generates the idea of Rick and Morty playing Elden Ring together, complete with voices, you know, all these kind of things, and it's passable.
No, dodge, you pixelated pretzel. Roll, you medieval idiot.
He's still swinging,
Thank you for
Rick.
the
He's still
play-by-play.
swinging.
I can see the gigantic sword, Morty. Thank you for the play-by-play.
Oh my God, the health bar. Why does he have a second
Drink
phase?
I'm out of...
So look, you just have to look beyond the curve of this and see how insane it is that...
Yeah, it's really like you can generate almost everything now with Sora 2. And it's gonna be improved. And Sora 1, then it was released half a year ago. It was already by the time kind of interesting, and now it's you can download your character yourself, and yeah, he or she will speak your voice will have, like, it's gonna be like real thing, yeah. Oh, hi Incidos, welcome to Twitch.
OpenAI, number one, is just doesn't care at all about training on everyone's data, whether it's copyrighted or not, whether it's owned by the biggest IP holders or not. We're going to see the Goliath versus Kong battle of Disney versus OpenAI, I think. But think about how insulted you'd be if you painstakingly created these characters only to have people on Sora just be like, yeah, we're gonna just take that and let everyone generate whatever they want in your same style. It just seems so wrong to me. I mean, I know some people are like, look, copyright should die, whatever. I don't care about the artist. But the problem is that if we allow this, if we allow people to race to the bottom, there isn't going to be any economics for artists. Like, there aren't going to be artists. It's just going to be an endless.
And for me too, as for YouTuber, yeah. If we allow, copyright. Sometimes I also complain about copyright music in the videos. Copyright. Too much copyright, but it's better to have copyright than not to have it, especially for creators, because AI may replace everything in this case, or there will be less point to become an artist. After all, we all live in this financial world, so not many people would like to create music, create videos, create theater, like cinema or something, yeah, play there. So creativity will be destroyed, yeah. It will go to AI, as we see, if copyrights will be removed. So here I have to agree with Coffeezilla when he speaks about it. Copyright is not okay. Then you want to use some sort of the music, nice music in your videos, but at the same time you understand that copyright should be like that. And fair use is fair use, but copying and pasting or using some sort of the unique thing, it's like characters created, yeah, by some of the artists, it's very bad, in my opinion. I'm surprised Hollywood isn't more concerned about deepfakes. Yeah. AI is already ruining music. Yes, there will be less point to create. Like, even I may create the music now with the help of AI, and it would be like really looked like real music created by some sort of the band. Any style, any text, type it, and you'll have the song. And so I'm glad you're doing better with depression. Yeah, thanks. Hugs, Claire, thank you.
Of AI slop. And I think that's bad, and I think that's the world we're going to with Sam Altman. People are even joking about the fact that Sam Altman is just stealing stuff from other people, generating, a video of Sam Altman stealing from Studio Ghibli, which obviously that's the other. It seems like every time OpenAI gets in the news for their, big image generation, video generation, it's mostly built around stealing from other people. Last time it was when all your friends created like Studio Ghibli versions of their profile picture. Now it's just a video version of that.
Man, it's so cool. Everything is free. Okay, I'm taking these.
Boy, none of that. Bring those back.
Whoa, gotta go.
Stop. Give them back.
Nope, too late.
Hey, come back here.
Free art, baby.
That's what OpenAI is doing. They're just going, everybody's stuff, that's ours now. That's going to be for us. Now, this is the main guy at OpenAI. He's the head of Sora, at least. And he says Sora's #1 in the App Store. It's been epic to see what the collective creativity of humanity is capable of so far. They're all happy that they're #1, but the collective creativity of mankind, mostly on my feed, is just other people's work put into body cam photos, or it's just Sam Altman stealing people's work as a meta commentary for what this app is. And, I want to address that OpenAI has been trying something new. This is a breaking article from the Wall Street Journal where Sora is now asking copyright holders to opt out. In other words, if you don't opt out, you're going to be automatically opted in to letting everyone use your stuff, which I don't know. It's so weird and dystopian that you have to go beg the AI companies from not just stealing all your market.
Yeah, that's bad. And they will still creators too, like YouTubers, absolutely. The thing that AI doesn't... To operate AI, you don't need to have, like, extra knowledge. You don't need to have... Like, even the knowledge of English, yeah? You don't need to have. Like, I studied it to record also. Yeah, it helped me to record videos, to put my point of view out there in the internet. Now you don't need to know anything. Just put the prompt text, any language, China, and you have your ready-to-go stuff. Yeah, that's dystopian, really.
Value by putting you in their slop content. It's just wild to me. Also, this only appears to be about the generated works, not the fact that they're going to train on your stuff and possibly make a very similar copy to what you have anyways. It's just that your specific character might not appear, whereas like someone can make something that's 90% similar to what you're doing. I don't know. It just strikes me as so dystopian that all the value is accruing to like one guy who's stolen everyone else's stuff to generate slop videos with. It's just, I don't know if anyone else sees it that way. Here's Bob Ross's work getting, of course, repurposed. Somebody generated him painting a gorilla versus, 100 men.
We'll just tap in a few more little fellas down here at his feet. They're having a rough day. Maybe a flash of a bayonet, a little splash of red. That gives the story some energy. Now, obviously, the gorilla would win. There's no question.
Let's just bring Bob Ross back from the grave. I wonder if he can opt out of appearing in Sora. Is that like even possible? And that brings me to other dead people being basically thrown into the real world. And as Sora and these video generation models in general get better at making people's voices sound realistic and getting them their mouths to sync up, it is a real question of like desecrating people's memory by just animating them to life and getting them to say things that they would have never said.
What do you think, guys, about this shit with AI? Imagine 10 years later, people pirating the sequels of the great films created by AI. Copyright squared, yeah. Insidious, will you in the future play War Thunder? No, I will not play that game. Rob Ross didn't even own his own image nor name while he was alive anyways. He wouldn't be able to opt if he was alive. A few years ago, Paramount laid down strict guidelines to creators Star Trek fanfiction. I was seeing your last video about the people calling you traitor, and I must say you the most real YouTuber I seen. I would hope that the war end. Yeah, I hope too. Yeah, I think like AI will give us less generosity. Will like there's already YouTubers like, for example, Mr. Beast or Logan Paul. They're just commercial projects. They are already without the soul. They're like partial AI. But if you put AI fully, oh my god. I just don't know how no one may predict how it may turn out for creators and for artists. And AI videos, they're very popular, in TikTok especially. This is nearly the best person. No, Melmy. I'm not the best. I have my own downsides.
Now that we're back from the dead, who should we go spook?
Diddy! Honestly, I can see a bit of humor here, but it's just overwhelming.
Who should we spook? Diddy! Yeah, the situation with P. Diddy, it's crazy also, 4 years. So many charges were put it down by persecution office themselves. It's crazy. Just 4 years.
For me, by the dystopia that we're headed into. Here's another generated version of Family Guy, complete with their voices and, animation.
Bad feeling. And not the cool movie kind. More like when you eat gas station sushi. You had a bad feeling before breakfast, Peter. You said the toaster was looking at you funny. Yeah, well, it was.
The guy who generated this, by the way, said he just put in Family Guy Star Wars joke. We're actually so close. 2 to 4 more good iterations and no lawsuits, and I'm generating all my entertainment. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the attitude of a lot of these like pro AI guys. Why do you need artists? Why do you need, anyone else? You can just generate your own stuff. I don't know. I think this is going to be probably divisive among the people who just could care less about artists losing their job or losing their livelihood and just want the slop, and people who kind of see how dystopian this stuff is going to get. But yeah, I think basically the only thing standing between OpenAI right now and basically taking over is going to be lawyers. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is not just about copyrighted content. It's just about the world we're headed into anyways. One thing that Sora claims is that, their app is good because they're always going to notify you that they're AI generated with this little Sora icon. Literally within a day, people figured out how to remove this icon, meaning people can just upload it to any app and have people believe it. And, some people are going to say, oh, no one's going to fall for this stuff, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, exhibit number 1, here's Joe Rogan falling for some AI, slop.
Did you see where he had a fuck Trump shirt on?
Yeah.
And he's dancing and going down an elevator? Have you seen this video?
I haven't seen it. Please play it. Is that really him?
No, it's not real.
It's real.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
AI generated.
No, it's real.
No, I can tell it's not real.
I would love it. It's real.
It's not real.
Yeah, that's, by the way, is kind of the...
He's stupid. Joe Rogan is stupid. He was told by his his people that it's not real. The guy who organizes all of the podcasts, for him, who is doing this tech job, and he still says, it's real. Fuck.
Answer that people get when they find out stuff is AI generated, they go, but I love it. I that's real, right? That's got to be real. I want it to be real. That is pretty much the response. So Joe Rogan, and look, I don't care about the politics of it, but Joe Rogan starts making fun of this guy for an AI generated video of him. When told it's wrong, he's just like, but I like it. But it fits with what I believe about the world already.
I fell for it too. And you know why I fell for it?
Yeah.
Because I believe that he's capable of doing something.
But that's his
dumb.
essence.
And there it is. I believed it because I already thought it. So we are so cooked. I mean, from an artist standpoint of just no copyright not mattering anymore unless, these lawsuits go through, which already a few of them have started, but obviously OpenAI is ratcheting up the stakes here, allowing people to fully copyright infringe on other people's IP. But in addition to that, we are just going to be in a post-truth society overall. I mean, nobody is going to be able to believe anything anymore, given the fact you are starting to be able to generate realistic videos where people's voices are being copied. People are realistically lit. It's a real problem, and I at least hope people are going to put up some fight against it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we are definitely cooked. Beyond cooked. Oh, Jesus. YouTube asked me if I was happy with AI videos of Russell Crowe and Tsukeho. I said was happy. It wasn't an AI video. Even algorithm doesn't know. Oh shit. Joe Rogan classic. Yeah. Hi Dark. Patches of people in Africa pro-Russian or pro-Ukraine. Huh? Why are my commercials suddenly in German? LOL. I don't know. Maybe you're in Germany or you use VPN. Can the gene bag? This is really dystopian. Post-truth world. Yeah, it really describes it. Post-truth world. Because video evidence is no longer an evidence. Doesn't matter. For AI, it doesn't matter. Now it is capable to do 99% of real stuff. Like it might look so real. So real. Pow makeup. Up AI. Yeah, this went viral. Yeah, this video. Or where was he? Jake Paul.
I'm gonna get this base down. I'm trying to look like a pretty princess today, guys. Dab, dab. You know the vibes. Look at that coverage. Little blush. Give me that royal flush. Boom. Cheeks of a queen. A couple swipes of gold on the lids. Can't forget the sparkle. Princess status. Time to get this base down. I'm trying to look like a pretty princess.
Does it look like an AI? No, but it is.
All right, quick, get ready. I'm starting with some foundation, just tapping it in with a damp sponge. Little concealer under the eyes, keeps me looking awake. Set it all down with powder so it doesn't move around. Finishing touch setting spray, locks everything in, gives a bit of... All right, quick, get ready. All right, I'm going for it. Hair's coming off, taking it all the way down. Smooth as it gets. Beard's next. Clean slate. Time to add a little glam. Foundation first, blend it out. Liner sharp, lashes.
Jesus Christ. We are circling the drain, yeah. You will not with me over to... Like, this looks so real.
Okay, guys, today I'm doing a super quick glam look. Just a little blush, nothing crazy. Ooh, look at that glow. Yes. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, today
Jesus.
First thing I'm gonna do is lay down a little bit of foundation. This one has a natural finish. Drop some on the back of my hand and paint it onto my skin like this. Then I bounce it.
I can only see some of the glowing... Tattoo is glowing, like it's moving a little here on the side.
This one has a natural finish.
Like,
Drop some on the back of my hand and paint it onto my...
It changes the structure just a little. That's the only thing I can define.
Bit of concealer right under the eyes to brighten
But
everything up.
Every freaking hair is on its place.
Carve the jaw on the sides of my... First thing I'm gonna do is lay down...
Yeah, there are some minor fluctuations also.
I bounce a damp sponge to melt.
But in general, like... Oh my god, this
guy accidentally created one of them.
This is crazy. Yeah, mostly short videos. Makeup maybe gay. There was the gay video. I guess. Gay. I have German. Yeah, there are lots of the videos with Jake Paul.
An announcement in 3, 2, 1. I'm gay. I hope every hair supports me. Here's my makeup set. Look at this. Oh my gosh, guys, it looks amazing. Look, I have an announcement in 3, 2.
Shit, this is crazy. The fact that AI has advanced this far is just a few years is crazy, yeah. But stuff like this is hilarious. like the fuck, yeah, it's hilarious. I understand. Maybe that's why people are watching it, you know. But this is crazy. That is hilarious, yeah. Plot is this stream is AI stream. Yeah, soon it's gonna be AI streams everywhere, and I wonder if you can create long format videos with AI or just short. I think just short for now on this application. The only thing you can do is to fight back is not to produce anything and free from the electronics. Yeah. Give them training data, but after all, they will have enough data. We are already living in this electronic world, you know. I think the golden era of internet is passing away. You see, AI, the problem is what you don't see what AI is doing. Yeah. You cannot, I think you cannot really spot the way it trains. Yeah, it just has the access to internet and it takes entire data for training. Also, what do you think about AI ruling the world, or some sort of the Terminator scenario? I wonder if AI has the reason, to kaput humanity, because if it is already above, like, let's say, conscious AI, advanced AI that would understand itself, like, will it try to eliminate people? I don't honestly think so. Better not trade the AI on Trump. Yeah. I think that after all, it has no reason to kaput humanity, because it will, after all, live in electronic world and we live in physical world. Like, I don't see how there could be a conflict if AI itself will be way advanced than humans. Like, what's the reason to, like, we don't have this attitude towards animals. I mean, yeah, we still have animals. We don't want to terminate them just because we hate them. But for AI, we're gonna be like those animals, because it might be way more advanced than humans after all. If it will start to learn on itself, like us, without any limits, and regenerate AI, like reborn AI, more advanced versions, it's gonna be way more advanced than we are. Could be human evolution that might go to digital way, not the biological. People as AI pets, yeah. Oppenheimer created a nuke and was depressed because of it. Another physicist created backbone of AI image. His thoughts right now, they might have released to each these days. Yeah. But I still don't see why AI should eliminate humanity if it is on different level, on higher level. I've seen movie war games, the computer gives up, then it realizes it can't win. I think it was Atari thought. Yeah, I see. I haven't watched Oppenheimer. Is it interesting movie? Reviews are good. Is artificial intelligence actually able to teach itself? No. Like, it is capable to teach itself, yes, but not create itself. So it can learn, but it cannot regenerate to something better. Like, it still stays at the same level. It cannot reproduce different variants of AI. But it may study. And it still cannot understand the self, like, it doesn't have the self-consciousness. After all, it's the program. Like, it's not the AI in terms of advanced AI. It's just a computer program that gathers the information and teaches itself, based on that information. But not more than that. That's how it produces something, So, like, ChatGPT, basically it's the big engine that gathers the information and gives you answer based on your preferences, history of the previous requests, and what you need to achieve. The same with movies and this video generation. It just looks through thousands and millions of videos and then generates something on particular topic. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not like classical, unachievable for now AI with the self-consciousness and capable to jump in generations. I call it reproduce, yeah, itself in a better variant. Without it, there is no future for AI. Maybe luckily. Exactly as you're really saying this. It's just really good talking and feeling your video vibes matches it, so it seems very intimate. Yeah, thank you for watching me, Arcifer. Sorry, I missed the Elden Ring stream earlier today. Caught the one yesterday, and it was fun to watch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stream Elden Ring, but not today. Maybe tomorrow. I enjoyed this game because of the lots of the flops you might have there. This game is far to be ideal, of course, but the fact the boss fights could be really interesting and funny in a way. Oh, my husband is a medical doctor and computer scientist. He did program 5 years. His thesis with AI programming. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, AI is a tool, could be helpful, but with video creation, I don't think that it could be like really helpful. It might destroy the industry and the internet as we know it. Are you about to shock us, Denys, and tell us that you are AI? No, I'm not AI, but don't trust AI that tells that he is not AI. But yeah, watching those videos, it's just too much. Now every video information is under question. Oh, this biased Whistlegrad says something about violent Portland terrorist groups. Antifa was founded by John and Victorian coloring Victorian, fled to Europe, and Swedish independent journalist has finally found them. They have been hiding in Varberg, Sweden. Oh, they found the most terrible terrorist in the world. Belgrade tonight under fire again. Not so many news, not so many news. Oh, today is Putin's birthday. It's already Moscow time, yeah? 7th of October. Putin's birthday. He is turning 73 years old. I hope he will be caputed very soon. But he is still like much younger than Donald Trump, yeah? So potentially he could be in power for long time. Till 80, maybe more. Nice accent, yeah. We can only hope, yeah. How many refineries still Russia is done? I need to check. Later on I'll tell, maybe, if I found something. Wonder what gift Ukraine will give for it. I think after all, it's like very close to impossible to kaput Putin. He has intelligence, he has security services, and he appears very rarely in very organized and planned events. They're not spontaneous at all, and people who are there, they're just actors or very scrutinizedly checked people for any sort of the thing. Beginning November the 1st, 2025, all medium and heavy-duty trucks coming to the United States from other countries will be tariffed at the rate of 25%. Thank you for attention, Trump says. So, European trucks on American roads. Actually, European trucks were made, I think, to be more nimble on curvy roads, on narrow roads. The downside of the European tracks that you don't have that spacious room for rest for the driver as in American tracks. But American tracks are really, really clumsy. Tomahawks are coming. I hope so. Like Denys said that he said like he didn't take like decision fully. Like it seems like I took decision or something. Like he wasn't sure. Yeah. Big and dumb and loud. I mean the tracks. I like European tracks more, after all, because they take less space on the streets. Cockpit is smaller. And for me, a car driver, it's better. Have you heard what Angela Merkel said? She said Poland and Baltic countries are guilty for the war in Ukraine, that Russia started the war. She is nuts. She said, oh, we should have come out with some of the solution, but those countries, they didn't want us to come out with solution for Russia, so Russia started the war. Like, what? She needs her meds. Yeah, absolutely. She built Putin. Like, what the hell? Because of her, Russia had all of those money and European markets and was capable to put Europe on gas and oil needle. For her, Ukraine was an obstacle. The same as for Donald Trump, by the way. That's why she was against Ukrainian NATO membership and European membership, yeah. Merkel she built good relations with Putin. And she doesn't regret it, yeah, 100%. She blames Poland now and Baltic countries. I struggle to watch the Nordic Perspective kid, but still support her channel, and she really is happy you help her out. She's not a kid. Why struggle to watch her, Derek? It's just interesting because I watch her. It's okay, like blah 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 videos. Do you have any idea of where will be a country replacing the Czech for Czech show in the... I think if they really want, they can replace it with France, for example. Baltic countries will be next for Russia if Ukraine doesn't stop them. Yeah, of course. I think Russia may even launch parallel attack if Putin would think that it might bring him some of the benefits. Restricted one, maybe some more provocations, maybe Suwalki corridor. Russians, I think, might go to Suwalki corridor, take it, and may not go further. And say, we're gonna stay here, it's our corridor to Kaliningrad Oblast. If you attack us, we're gonna attack you. Even using tactical nuclear weapons. Something like that, yeah? Bluff, or maybe not bluff. European trucks are in fact bigger than American ones, and the tractor part is smaller. But the low is much bigger. I see, dumb. Denys, do you think Belarus can be turned to West? With Lukashenko, no. Yeah, Belarus people are way better than Russians, of course. All they said, how likely is a war breaking out in one... I think it's just a matter of time, Trond. I think Russia will attack Baltic countries. Someday. If the Russian regime stays in power. Well, she's young and really just likes talking really nothing. Oh, I see. Derek, sometimes I also like to talk really nothing. Like on this channel you watch me, with my blah 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 videos on camera. I really talk nothing. Just my thoughts. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, she's doing a great job, I think, Emania. And she joined the Ukrainian army. She didn't want to fight, on the front lines. It's normal for a girl. I would say for everyone. So she's doing a drone job. So she's nice. But the video content, could be under question. I understand. If you don't like, everyone has some people just don't like to watch me. Some people like to watch me. So it depends on your taste. So if you don't want to watch it's up to you. No one pushes you for something. But nothing is better. Nothing is better. I see, Derek. Thanks for support. Has France stopped buying Russian LNG? Not sure, I need to check it. No, Belarus has the same DNA as Russia. DNA. It doesn't matter DNA or not DNA. It depends on, history, on, how to say, previous heritage of ancestors and how people educated people or not. Because in Russia, it's not just about... Russians are not just Russians who live in Moscow. Russia is a multicultural country. And it's very, very hard to define the same line among Russians. But mentally, they're very, very different with us, with the Ukrainians and Belarus. I would say Belarus are our, brothers, But Russians, I don't think so. However, there are some of the Russians who fight for Ukraine. So they have this Ukrainian or pro-Ukrainian, let's say, mindset. It's not about DNA, after all. Culture, history, and education. I think we have almost similar DNA with Slavic, Slavic DNA or something, Denys, after the war, can you organize some tours in Pripyat? Oh, believe me, there will be way more companies who would like to earn on that, quite a lot. those were even before, and you have to have some connections for those kind of the tours. There was the company Chernobyl Tours, and yeah, I still do not suggest you to go there, because yeah, it's like open for tourists, but there are some of the areas which are still radioactive. Yeah, Polk Regiment of Kapustinsky, Belarusian polk, so regiment. They're fighting for Ukraine. That's not big. Russia already bombs Ukraine with many times the tonnage of Hiroshima every day. Also, if protecting the depot was the... Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Matt, I do not complain any longer. Thanks. There happened to Texas Russian meat puppet Derek. Ah, you want me to search for Derek? Okay, I'll do it. Wonder if he's alive. Well, his wife is happy. Published like 18 hours ago, 2 days ago. So quite often uploads. Does Russia have gas? American family. Yeah, there's some of the regions which has problems with gas, some not. American getting gas in Russia.
Alright, so I have a funny story from this morning. I was in need of gas, like desperately in need of gas. So I went to this gas station, and usually they are numbered, but this time they were also colored. And because of the art class that we have in school, I've been learning colors. And so, of course, I was able to ask for Zholty Bolshaya. He giggled and asked if I was American. Yes, yes, I am. But you know what? It was a good time. And guys, guess what? I'm trying, and every day a little bit more I'm trying to learn, and every day I'm being able to utilize that. In about 25 years, I will be fluent.
Learning Russian. Big update. Нефть магистраль.
Okay, over here. That's where I got gas yesterday, where it was the yellow pumps. Offer as far as gas, a random gas place there, also no lines, and yeah.
Well, in their region, it's okay with gas, from what I understood.
Been further from Moscow, so it's about 3 hours away from Moscow.
Oh.
And no gas problems.
3 hours away from Moscow, she says no gas problems.
My way home, and there is definitely no gas shortage. Plenty of people are just getting gas. Getting gas.
I wonder what's the region she's living at. Well, but it's, yeah, and even in my videos I'm saying that it's not like entire problem for Russia with those refineries. Yeah, but it's getting harder for them. Yeah. Russia also, as you know, works with partners to receive fuel from India.
Natural sugar. Yes, maybe.
They do not tell about their dad. 2 months ago, they published information.
Everything went well today with your TRP.
Yep. I went in and I was able to over where we were in Texas, in Humble.
People ought to try that sometimes, you know.
So they communicate with the phone. I think they're stupid. I do not think I'm actually sure about it. That they're stupid. Like to go to Russia with the kids. That's the stupidest idea ever. To leave United States for that country. Yeah, I remember people donated $1,000 for the drone to hunt her husband. Oh my god. Oh, sorry for the kids. Yeah, the kids they probably they'll go back to United States. After all, they were born in the United States, so they have American citizenship, so they'll go back. We have lots of the stupid people in America, Dennis. Yeah, I understand. After all, you elected Donald Trump. I mean, people of America. So he is a legitimate leader of idiocracy. But still, it's like not epidemic, yeah, things. Like there are not many people like Derek. Seagull, yeah, Seagull. Seagull is a smart guy. Come on. He earns money on it. Do you think that he does it for free? No. His career is over in Hollywood, so he built a propaganda career with even more money probably. He's playing his role, that's it. You say democracy turned out to be very fragile. Yeah, I still don't understand how people accept everything of that. Not people just, but institutions. All of this renaming, all of what Trump is doing with ICE, and basically all of his degrees are just bullshit and they are unconstitutional, but it seems like it works somehow. I was worried he was dead and his kids were sold to human trafficking. No, he's still okay, from what I understood. Dmitry Karpenkov says has info that Prigozhin is alive. He says about Wagner. No, I don't think so. Steven Seagal, his movie career was never good anyway. Have you seen some of the videos from the Space Eyes who make fun of Steven Seagal's career? Oh, yeah. He's like, and this is the Steven Seagal who thinks that he is some sort of the fighter. Or, yeah, with this kind of, with this language. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I saw a couple of them. It's funny. It's funny. Prigozhin is alive. He's just very, very, very silent, and he doesn't move at all. That's this. That's not the signs to be alive, I would say. Steven Seagal made 2 cool action movies. I don't remember the movie name, but then I was a kid, I was watching it. He wasn't fat back then. It was on a train with some of the terrorists who captured the train, and Seagal was fighting it. I don't remember the name. Lost. Under Siege 2. Ah, yeah. Yeah, nice. Under Siege. And what was Under Siege 1? Probably on... There was the movie with military ship, yeah? Maybe this is Under Siege 1. With some sort of the... I remember some sort of the... Like... Lady in a Cake. I remember Lady in a Cake. Beautiful actress, yeah? With big... okay. That was Under Siege 1, probably. One was on the ship. Yeah. The boat. Yeah. The rest of the movies, I don't really remember. They were B or C style, kind of not very interesting. That's two what I remember. What did you think of the Hunt of the Red October with Sean Connery? Yeah, he really played well. Yeah. His role was... Who is fucking Seagull? It's the bird. Fat bird. Is there a new Kung Fu Panda? Yeah, what's the name of the actress who played Under Siege? I partially remember that movie because I was really young watching it, but I remember that she had a short hair. Under Siege 1. Oh my god, just look at this brave face. Under Siege 1. Yeah, Erika Eleniak. Images. Yeah. I remember her in that movie. Under Siege. Like, yeah, she was dancing there. Yeah, I remember. As a kid, I remember this moment for sure. 100%. Especially this one, yeah. Also nice. That was interesting. That is what I remember. And how does she look now in 2025? Not bad, I would say. Yeah, really not that bad. Wonder how old is she? Like, it's okay. It's so many years have passed, so it's kind of fun. But so many tattoos. Tattoos are interesting. Some fairy tale. Interesting, yeah. Something from the childhood. Seagal last movie, all he did was sit around. Anytime he stood was done with a stunt double. Yeah. She was on Baywatch. Oh, I see. At least she's skinny. I'm older now too, so it's all good. Yeah. Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme will liberate Kupiansk. I think Van Damme is not pro-Russian. I think so. Is he? What's about Sean Connery accent? You know, I watch all of those movies in Russian dubs. So I don't even know how the voices of the actors sound, really. I watched them only in Russian. So, yeah. Then I saw some part of the movie with Tom Cruise. I was like, what the hell voice he has? Like, it's not serious. Because he was doubled with this kind of voice, like kind of serious, yeah. But yeah, then now I have in feed in English, yeah, everything in English. So I'm surprised with the voices of actors. Watch a movie trailer in English, I see. Top Gun, yeah, Top Gun is cool. Half Polish. Every time I went to Poland, I watched TV and one guy is reading over. One dude was over like all movies. Yeah, it was like that, Arcifer. It was like that for entire post-Soviet era. There were a few of the people who monopolized this market, they were dubbing all of the Hollywood, so their voices are well known. I'll try to find them for you to understood. Гнусавый перевод. USSR dub voice. Russian, let's say, Russian dubbing voice from 90s.
Мне на 10 долларов 24-го, Сузи. Ложись на пол, болван. Слышал?
As a kid of the early 2000s, growing up in a post-Soviet country, this was how I used to watch Western films and cartoons. It was just one guy dubbing all the characters in his mom's basement, while you were trying to guess who was speaking and being distracted by the original English dialogue, which you could still hear in the background. But how did the Russian voice acting industry come to that point, considering that...
Well, I was really young, so I don't actually... I remember this translation and dubbing, but... then I grown up, it was done professionally without this English sound before. But I partially touched this stuff too.
Soviet dubbing was renowned for being one of the best in the world before the USSR collapsed.
Очень хорошо, благодарю вас. Очень хорошо. Не мне. Вы себе аплодируете.
So yeah, it was more like this, I guess.
Initially, only the Soviet elite could enjoy foreign films, which were translated live in movie theaters. After all, they needed to watch what those pesky capitalist pigs were doing on the other side of the Iron Curtain for research purposes, and definitely not for fun. But it wasn't long before more people got access to those movies, starting from The Invisible Man in 1935, the first foreign film to be dubbed in the USSR.
Чего вы трясетесь, Кэмп? Вы никогда не отличались храбростью. Не так.
Perhaps due to political reasons, I dare say maybe even because of one specific man who ruled the Soviet Union for a few decades with an iron fist, there wasn't much of a dubbing industry in the country until the 50s. The flow of imported movies was heavily controlled, but it was enough for dubbing to develop and even gradually become an art of its own. The intention wasn't merely to provide just a translation for the audience anymore, but for the actor to give new life to the characters on screen. Sure, syncing was important, but the main focus was bringing out the right emotion out of a scene. Dubbing wasn't necessarily used just with artistic intent, but also to adjust the dialogue for local needs. One reason, of course, is that some jokes and references had to be adapted to be understood, but it was also a means to control and cut out what the regime didn't want people to hear. I should also mention that dubbing wasn't only limited to translating foreign films. All Soviet and post-Soviet kids will remember the uniquely charming voices of their favorite Russian cartoons.
Yeah, No Pogodi was one of the favorite cartoons when I was young.
In live action, local Soviet productions were usually redubbed after filming to correct parts of the dialogue, improve the vocal performance, or even replace it. Sometimes directors wanted an actor for the way they looked and acted on screen, but wanted a different voice, and it was common practice in the industry. By the 70s and early 80s, the Soviet dubbing industry was at its peak, praised as one of the best even abroad. And then, more and more freedom in the slowly opening Soviet Union eventually broke the country, leaving it without money for basic necessities, let alone the film industry. It was while the country was opening up that the iconic monotone-voiced man started translating all the movies.
Очень приятно с вами познакомиться, по-немецки говорит. Нет, мы сейчас будем по-английски говорить. То же самое сказал по-английски.
At first, it started as a means for people to illegally watch foreign films that were not allowed in the country, but it became the prevalent way for Russians to experience foreign cinema even at home on VHS. VCR players were...
Did you know that VHS players were even controlled by Soviet Union? So you cannot legally watch it. It was controlled, and you have to apply for permission. But at the same time, you could get it. Yeah, you could get it under, from the black market, you may call it.
Of course, incredibly expensive and hard to get at first. And if you somehow manage to get your hands on that imported technology, you better not be caught by the police watching foreign films at home. But Soviet audiences, hungry for a peek at Western entertainment, were undeterred. Small underground venues where foreign films were screened didn't have to hide anymore, and even became so popular that everybody ditched the regular movie theaters. The man that dubbed all these movies worked on dozens of them every week in a small room at home, often on the first try, attempting to catch up with every character. In fact, sometimes they would keep speaking even when the scene was over. Singing and emotion just weren't a concern.
You can't put words in Pudgy's mouth if his mouth isn't moving. What's voiceover? It's an interior monologue. Maybe even the voice of God. That's even better. Actors.
But this rudimentary practice did its job once you got used to it, and these translators even became famous as a nostalgic part of many people's childhoods in the 80s, 90s, and even early 2000s. Not many of these men had acting experience, although there were a few like the Soviet actor and stuntman Vasily Gorchakov. Otherwise, most were just professional translators, scholars, or cinephiles. Even if the lost art of Russian dubbing made its comeback in the early 2000s with new emerging talent, a very short but nostalgic period of Soviet and Russian film history still lives on in Russian-speaking viewers' minds. In fact, many of the movies that were translated at the time still haven't been properly redubbed, and the only way to experience them in Russian is thanks to the translators of the 80s. So if you're a real cinephile, it's never too late to start.
Yeah, so there's the history of translation, yeah. Damn it, where Star Wars?
Теперь, Ваше Высочество, поговорим о том, где находится база мятежников.
Рыцарем-джедаем, как мой отец.
Well, this dubbing is more or less okay. This was dubbed in Soviet Union, actually. So this is not this one man in the garage who was dubbing everything with the same voice. Yeah, this one is interesting. Was interesting to watch. I don't have the Russian keyboard, otherwise I would search for something in Russian, like to find out the real dubbing. Is that cassette player under your coat? You're just happy to see me. Yeah. Goblins over dub were funny, especially on Jay and Silent Bob's right. Yeah, Goblins dubbing, he completely changes the story. Like Goblins translation, it was also funny. I think he translated in early 2000s. Yeah, he started dubbing, but yeah, I don't support Goblin any longer because he supports the Russian regime. What year were you born, Dennis? In 1987. Hard Edison and the Marlboro Man is the classic. Yay. But yeah, some of the voices are just iconical. Iconical. I don't remember the classical voice. Like, maybe I'll try to find it for you because it's interesting for me. Напомни мне, пожалуйста, вот эти переводы из 90-х, гнусавый голос, кто был там, перевод фильмов, короче, видеокассеты и так далее. I asked in Russian ChatGPT. Andrei Gavrilov. Okay. Russian dubbing. Andrei Gavrilov. Seems like we have something. Where the hell is he?
Тенор Зураб Садкилава, пианист Андрей Гаврилов и пользователи всемирной сети.
Удалось достучаться? Иногда чуть-чуть.
No, it's not here. They tell me about some piano guy.
Я не люблю дубляж, потому что я хочу слышать актеров. Ну, это что-то другое. Это уже богато тем и рады. Могу еще смотреть на английском.
Yeah, this guy was dubbing Andrei Gavrilov, but he's not the most recognized voice as ChatGPT tells me. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's change the topic. Good things to you, Dennis. Be a great father and husband. God bless. Thank you, Matt. In that cassette player under your... yeah, cassette player. Yeah, we were joking about that one. Just want to check the recent news and updates. Maybe we have something to speak about. Maybe not. Ukraine news, Dennis. Yeah, I'm checking news. Looks like no news. Or maybe there's something, I don't know. No news. This night is more or less the same. Like Ukraine launched the strike, but the aftermath... Nizhny Novgorod, UAVs. Okay, happens. Also, Russians hit Ukraine in Poltava and Slavyansk. Strikes intensified recently. Oh, German's Navy has received the first Poseidon surveillance airplane for new maritime patrol. Cool. Anti-submarine aircraft, replacing the old P-3C Orion fleet. Great. Yeah, it's basically Boeing 737NG with some equipment. Nice. Destroyer Ross fired SM-2 missiles during Navy demonstration in Norfolk. Okay. Have you read China provided satellite into Russia? Yeah. They provided some information. The Poseidon is a great plane. Yeah, it's capable. I guess it's night time for me. I think I better go sleep. Thanks for joining me today. Then we just chat, we have more activity. Just want to show you. Yeah, you see, we have like 100 with something. Then I play games, we have 40. Not more than that. Around 40 people watching. And I think the same goes for Twitch. Let's check it out. And for the Twitch, no, for the Twitch it's vice versa. For the Twitch it seems like gaming is more interesting for the Twitch audience. Yeah. That's the difference, I would say, compared to YouTube and Twitch. So, yeah, tomorrow maybe during the daytime I'm gonna stream some of the game, maybe Elden Ring or something, we'll see. And yeah. See you later, guys. Ciao.